name's Bryn, and I'm in the 5th grade in Miss Rack's class. Today I'm reading Chapter 10 of A Boy Called Bat. Chapter 10, A Very Long Day. That was right. It was a very long day. The rain that had been threatening came. And after they ate lunch, the students pulled on rain gear to splash in the puddles. Bat did not like to get wet. He didn't like it at all. It made his clothes feel sticky and itchy and uncomfortable. Mr. Grayson knew that Bat didn't like to get wet. So even though wet school philosophy said that students shouldn't go outside in rain, or shine or snow. He asked Bat, "Would you like to spend recess helping me clean Baby Cake's enclosure?" "Yes," said Bat. Mr. Grayson got a trash bag, and Bat scooped the old straw into it. Then they laid out a fresh batch of straw. It smelled like summertime and sunshine. Baby Cakes hopped over to the straw and sniffed it. "She looks happy," Mr. Grayson said. "She looks exactly the same as she always does," Bat answered. Mr. Grayson laughed. Grown-ups were always laughing at the things that Bat didn't think were funny. But Bat didn't bother very much. But it didn't bother Bat very much when Mr. Grayson did it. Julio, a fourth grader who everyone said was a natural athlete, came to the classroom. Mr. Grayson said Principal Martin wants to know if you're still going to teach yoga. Sure, Mr. Grayson said. "Tell her I'm all ready to start." Then he said, "Julio, I think you've grown a foot since the last time I saw you." Julio shrugged. "Not that much," he said, "but I've grown an inch since winter break." "I'm not surprised," Mr. Grayson said. "That was 3 months ago." Bat thought about time as he followed Mr. Grayson to the yoga room. And as he sat on his mat in butterfly pose, 3 months, he guessed, could be a little bit of time or a really long time, depending on who you were. For instance, a monarch butterfly born in the summer lives only about 6 weeks, so 4 months. So 4 months would feel like forever. But a monarch butterfly born in the winter might live for 8 months. So 4 months would be just half its life. And if you were a boy with a skunk kit that you were only allowed to keep for 1 month, time was sure to pass much too quickly. Bat considered telling Mr. Grayson about the life cycle of a monarch butterfly, but the teacher was too busy unlacing his orange high tops and getting ready to lead the group in yoga. He decided he would talk about monarch butterflies with Mr. Grayson later. But the later never happened. After yoga, they went back to his room for reading circle. After reading circle, they worked on their volcano projects, which Bat had not been looking forward to. Groups of 4 kids had to work together to build a volcano. Mr. Grayson called a collaborative art. Bat did not like collaboration. He liked to do things himself. That way, if something didn't turn out the way he wanted to, there was no one else to be mad at. And if he wanted to take it apart and start over, no one could tell him not to. But Mr. Grayson wouldn't let Bat be a group of 1. The problem was that no one else in the group seemed to care as much as Bat did. 3 times before 2:45, when class finally over for the day, Bat's group said, "Bat won't let us help." "I don't need help," Bat told Jimmy when he complained for the 2nd time. "It's a group project," she said. You have to let us help." Israel, who was in Bat's group, kept asking him all kinds of annoying questions, like, "Hey Bat, do you think the lava is red enough? Bat, can you pass me the paste?" Bat ignored the lava questions, but about the paste, he said again, "Glue works better than the paste. The paste gets all weird and flaky when it dries." "Okay," said Israel. Pass me the glue then." "I'm using the glue," Bat said. Things would go much more smoothly, Bat thought, if the other kids would stop asking questions and interfere and just let him get on with the job. By the time Mrs. Kinko rang the end of the day bell from the hallway, Bat's left eye felt twitchy, and all he wanted to do was climb into Mom's car and go home to his own room. But when he walked outside, he didn't see Mom's burgundy station wagon. Instead, he saw Dad's yellow sports car, and he remembered with a heavy sigh that today was in every other Friday. And he wouldn't get to see his own room or his baby Kit for 3 long days. If Bat were a mayfly, he wouldn't even live that long.